Good evening, St. Jolene, first in the chat. It's not a live stream, but St. Jolene's not first in the chat. What's going on? Good to see you, Mad Mania. Welcome. Inspiration, free control. What's going on, you guys? Happy to see you all here. So the intent of tonight is just to shoot the shit. If you've got ideas for the next podcast, throw them in here. Taking notes from the guests in the podcast, taking notes from you all as well. So if you have ideas, there we go. What's going on, Iceman and Alloys? Good to see you. We'll pin that to the top here. So we've already got some ideas for the next podcast. We want to spend some time discussing their merger announcement. Several recommendations, quality of life improvements, some other different things like a player's profile page. Some have suggested that you can see a person's migration history within their profile page. I thought that was an excellent suggestion to track accounts through migration from kingdom to kingdom. So you can circle back and potentially get references on a specific player. Quality of life improvements. Once all your commanders are level 60, you should automatically get the power of knowledge in the daily events. It has been suggested that the fighting experience for phone users needs to be enhanced. What's going on, Mr. Electro King? Where are we? There it is. For all your graphics needs, hit up Electro King on my Discord. Intros, outros, overlays, emojis, profile pictures. You name it, he can do it. Find him on my Discord, hit him up. I get approached about almost daily by somebody wanting to do graphics for me, but that will not happen because I have got the man himself doing the graphics. What's going on, Car? So I think George was saying the fighting experience for phone users is quite a bit different than the fighting experience for tablet users and for PC users. So he suggested enhancing that experience. So we'll dive into that a bit on Sunday also. We'd like to add the ability for leadership teams in a kingdom to find rogue players. I'm suggesting some new alliance technology skills. We've got skilled craftsmen, helps build flags. We've got 2 barbarian ones, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head. We've got 2 related to gathering, right? How about this? You activate an alliance skill, and for 4 hours, you get to rally barb forts with 1-minute rallies instead of 5-minute rallies. Or you activate an alliance skill, and you get 4 hours of crystal tech farming, where you get a limited number of crystals in the off season in your home kingdom. You get a limited number of crystals from hitting level 10 forts or level 40 barbs. Or like the gathering skill, right, which is 50% increase, or what is it? The king skill, what is it? Favorable weather. 8 hours, you get a 50% increase in resource production. How about an alliance skill? For 8 hours, you get an AP boost, which increases the AP gain by 50%. Just some ideas I had. Those 6 alliance skills that we currently have been there since the beginning, right? Let's get something new in there. Players have suggested greater immigration control for the king of the kingdom. Right now, players can migrate 25 million accounts anywhere they want. Those 25 million or lower accounts can still cause issues for many kingdoms, so why can't we just lock our kingdom down? Armament grind sucks and changing formations is too hard. It is very, very, very costly. If you spend in this game, it is very costly. If you don't spend in this game, it's damn near impossible. So I'm taking notes here. Armament grind sucks. But overall, I think the vast majority of our conversation on Sunday is going to be around making grinding great again. Make grinding great again. So it's not MAGA, but it's MUGA, MGGA, make grinding great again. You know, they're introducing all these events for your Krakens, for your top 1 to 2% of the players in the game. They're completely ignoring low spenders, free-to-play players who are grinding on a daily basis, 8 to 10 hours a day, running forts, barb chaining, participating in every single alliance event. You know, it becomes very, very hard for them to obtain things that they need to fight successfully in a KVK. 50% army expansions, extra AP bottles to grind those barbs in KVK. Right? So we were talking about increasing the drop rate of AP bottles when doing barb forts. I had a thought to add extra rewards for people who are chaining, right? If you use a single march and that march kills 250 barbarians in a single day, you should get some kind of reward for that. Right? Whether it's a 50% expansion or territorial teleports, you should get something for grinding like that. I'm not going to sit here and use a single march to hit 250 barbs in a day. No, those free-to-play low spenders who are grinding those gem nodes, you know, they have 5, 6, 7 farms and they just farm gems on their main account. It's about time we see gem nodes levels increased in the home kingdom. The rewards from Karak bosses, they are so freaking random. For people who are grinding the Karak bosses every single time they come out, give them at least 1 gold head per boss. I mean, come on. Yeah, and you almost kind of hate to keep going on an arch formation because they got Pinstra, right? I hear you. And then December, they're going to release new formations, right? Probably have a new skill formation in December. And everything you have on Wedge is going to need to go over to this other formation. Every 6 months, they're going to bring out a new formation, right? So it's going to be a never-ending cycle. In the same respect, do we want to see, you know, you can change formations for an armament, right? But what if I created a cavalry helmet and it's level 5 and procced? And if cavalry sucks in the game, why can't I switch that to an infantry helmet instead? Just some oddball things like that. Somebody is messaging me from a deleted account. So I think there's a lot of changes that they can do to this game to help those free-to-play low spenders who are tired of seeing whales and krakens get all the events. And I get it. It's a business. You know, people are going to drop $50 on this Supreme Strife event because they're going to get 80 gold heads out of it if they hit all the levels. Right? But what about those free-to-play, those low spenders who are not dropping $50 on that event, or hell, probably aren't even playing that event? Let's do something for them as well. What's going on, Josh? Need more free-to-play. I mean, without free-to-play players and low spenders, this game is dead. There's nobody for the whales to kill. I mean, realistically. I mean, we have maybe, what, 10 or 12 people in 1029 that I would call a true whale. Right? You, me, Redline, Hawkeye, Uhtred, Coco Boy. I can name a few off the top of my head, but I would say at least 2/3 of this kingdom is very low spenders or free-to-play players. Yeah, you're free-to-play. You haven't bought a bundle since last night. And the new daily bundle you can buy for more. Oh, are you talking? Which bundle are you talking? The $9.99 one? Yeah, I bought this. I'm not gonna lie, I bought this. Right, but I had to. My OCD was killing me. I had to buy that to unlock what's her name, Mary. I could not stand. Are you kidding me, Jolene? Jolene coming in with a $50 tip. That's incredible, Jolene. Or are you buying Stitch's hoodie by sending me a $50 tip? Well, we'll talk later. We'll talk later. It bugged the hell out of me seeing a commander I didn't have on here, so I had to use one of those dailies to at least unlock Mary. I mean, let's be real. It's impossible for free-to-play low spenders to get top spots in Canyon. We have quite a few that participate in Ark of Osiris. It's damn near impossible for them to get onto a Supreme Strife team. Soroli they can do, Realm of Mystique they can do, but the rewards in there, it's one would argue it's not enough. Not enough. If somebody's grinding for 10 to 12 hours a day, hell, even 6 to 8 hours a day, those players should be rewarded, not penalized because they don't spend any money in this game. Otherwise, you're going to all go be pilots for somebody who is spending a ton of money. Right? And then what will we have left at the end of the day? We'll have 2377, we'll have 1606, we'll have 2489, and we'll have 1093. And that'll be it. 4 kingdoms. The rest of the kingdoms will all be doing mergers. Where did Carr go? I don't know. He came in and said hello, and then he vanished. He's probably catfishing someone for resources. There he is. There he is. He's just not saying hello to you, Jolene. What'd you do to him? There is a betrayal KVK that others were watching earlier. I'm trying to find that one. I think it may have been this one. Yeah, there's the fighting in Kingsland. Something here about Fire and Earth Camp agreeing to DKP gets the star at the end, and one of them no longer wanting to do it that way, and somebody's mother getting insulted, and God only knows. Tara is scared of getting his ass kicked. Is that why he migrated to 606 instead of 1029? To fight behind all the whales there? I'm sorry, Carl. I couldn't resist. You know I support whatever decision you made. I just want you to keep having fun playing this game. Laffy says I'd like to fight behind whales as well. Jolene, you're not even here yourself. So until you migrate here, I don't know. You got to bring an account here. You got to plan an account here. I'm feeling it too, Aloys. I'm feeling it too. You know, I am praying that we get a fair matchup in this KVK that we're registered for. By the way, we're registered for Heroic Anthem. You know, I'm hoping we get a fair matchup. I don't care if it's a favorable matchup. I just don't want it to be like the last KVK, right? Where it's absolutely horrendous. Hey, Buzz. I'm doing good. Yourself? So we'll see. Absolutely, exactly. Everything that they add lately is all geared around those top spenders. You know, I mean, if they're getting 80 heads every time 80 gold heads every time they do Supreme Strife. Plus, they're the ones that are getting all the gold. I mean, at least in 1029, we try and let anyone apply for the gold head events to get the top 1 or 2 spots. Right? Most kingdoms aren't like that. So Laffy, the update for matchmaking there was if all kingdoms vote to abandon the KVK match, then they will abandon it. So if there's one kingdom in there that says, nope, we want to play this matchup, then the match goes forward. What's up, Skinsy? If you guys don't know Skinsy yet, Skinsy's got a YouTube channel as well. He is out there grinding. He's from Australia, so I often catch him when I start work at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll have him on in the background while I'm pulling reports and sending emails out. We'll drop a link to his channel here in the chat. What's up, Evil Clown? How many registered for HA? Last I checked, it was 174, 177, somewhere in there. $191 now registered for Heroic Anthem. 192 registered for King of All Britain. So hopefully we get a decent matchup with 190 registered for it. No, I wouldn't even mind if we're like a support kingdom. You know, we're in a camp with, say, 2049 or 2377. I wouldn't mind being a support kingdom in one of those bigger Imperium camps. It would actually almost be a blessing. We wouldn't have to do diplomacy. We wouldn't have to do map planning. You know, you tell us where to go, we'll do it.
All I ever wanted was you, but you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls.
What's burning me out is we're registered. We're registered for this pop, Skinsy, Heroic Anthem. You know, when you're constantly having to do the diplomacy, constantly having to do the map planning, and I don't do it all myself, right? We got a great team here, but I do like to stay involved in it. It can be mentally exhausting. Just dealing with people is exhausting. Amen to that. Right? I love 1029. I love the people here. I have no trouble dealing with them, but it's dealing with all the other people. Well, we really didn't have fights the last 30 days of our last KVK, Skinsy. So yeah, the way we modeled ourselves is we would like to play at KVK, and then when I say skip a matchup, I'm not including the first match that drops. What is it? 48 hours after you end KVK. So that one I'm not counting here. So play a KVK, skip a KVK. Play a KVK, skip a KVK. Right, and most of the players here can get ready to fight if we skip one pop-up. Get mad to lead. He's been on vacation. And he works the night shift. He does the night shift here, so he goes days without sleep. If I go first pop now, I'd be out of speeds after zone 5. I'm okay on speed ups. Resources completely fine on. Speed ups 1,000 days. So nothing crazy. But we'll spend half our AP on Marauders. And that generally gets me a couple more 100 days of speed ups, if not more. But off season is just boring. For you, maybe, Car. 1K is if I don't change how I fight, 1K will not last me through zone 5. Right? So I really got to do more of the smart fighting than the Rambo full guns blazing. I'm one of those human shields though, Laffy. That's the problem. Me and Redline are the two tanking players, basically. Right, so here's the alliance. If I can get there. So we got Orion here, though. Orion's going to be a good tanker as well. But myself, Redline, Orion, we will want Hawkeye to do some tanking, Josh to do some tanking, Stitch to do some tanking, Ballsy as well. So yeah, I just gotta learn to play smarter. But I don't have fun doing the back and forth. There's no shields in 1960, only swords. All shields now, says Carr. I just don't enjoy that back and forth fighting in one spot for 8 hours at a time. It's hard to do. You know, I get it, trades, less speed ups, less resources, blah, 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 but I'm not one who plays for kill points. You know, I'd rather we just plow through their murder ball and try and take down a flag. If we fail, we fail, but we have fun trying. Amen to that, Pete. You know, like, I'll spectate some KVKs and they'll have a murder ball in the same place for 8 hours. Hell, I'll go to sleep, I'll wake up, the murder ball will still be in the same place. And that to me is very boring. I'd rather push and fight for objectives than I would back and forth, back and forth. Attack, attack, attack. Oh my god, my screen is flashing red. Let me retreat. It just doesn't appeal to me. I agree, Buzz. That's how I play. That's why I get a teleport spot close to the front, right? Your sad face marchers get home quicker anyway. Like Ultra fights just bore the hell out of me. One march and it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for 2 friggin' hours. Yeah, nothing more fun than charging into your enemies, smashing their spirit, and crushing any hope of leaving their city. Yeah, I don't even look at reports. Yeah, that'll just make me send them out quicker, won't it, Skinsy? Immediate return on the troops. So with that new tech, I mean, most KVKs when we fight, I'm using a 10% defense marker. I have a defense token. I feel like I'll want to use the 10% attack token now. Keep an attack skin on for fighting rather than a health or a defense skin. In our last podcast, we suggested some changes to the new crystal tech. Those were all submitted to Lilith, but who knows how seriously they're taking those. And that was basically based on Luxta's feedback. And many in the chat said that Carr specifically said that it's much more defense oriented than it ever has been. Yeah, well, they removed some attack, they removed some all damage from the crystal tech, right? So I feel like I'm gonna have to use that attack skin. And attack rune, or attack token. Is that a double rally? We got Ash ZL for the AoE and Shapur Ash. Nice archers. I love it. I don't know why they're not swarming those rallies though. It is archers after all. I don't care who you send as an archer rally. They can be swarmed. Goes the Ash ZL rally. Now they gotta fill that flag. Don't run away, stuff your troops in that flag. Only a couple of cities close by though, it's hard to hop. Do you think the best single skill on Shapur for an auxiliary? Oh man. I honestly I haven't thought that far ahead, Skinsy. I think we're doing heroic anthem, so we'll have to see what Bastion skills come out. Plug your ears, that flag was burned. Fair warning, plug your ears. There are other people in the Alliance much smarter than me that I would usually run those questions by. Oh, on Shapur to use as an auxiliary skill on another commander. Or what skill from another commander would you use as an auxiliary skill on Shapur? I don't know if I really understood that question. Bad Abdul is saying third Shapur skill, so let's check that out. Where are you? They have just too many damn commanders these days. %, chance to inflict the following effects for 3 seconds. The target cannot temporarily heal. The target takes 20% more normal damage. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. It's hard to argue with march speed, health, and attack. Additional damage factor, I don't think that would be it. This one is specific to rallies, so yeah, probably the second or third skill. If Bad Abdul is saying the third, then I'd probably go with that as well. The only thing I don't like is the 20% probability. Hey, Homelander, good to see you. I'm doing well. Yourself? Still trying to get topic ideas for the next Commander's Table podcast. So if anyone has ideas, throw them on out there. Who did y'all vote on? Of course, I just come back to watch this KVK. Who did y'all bet on, I should say, for this Supreme Strife? Is this the only way to get coins, is to pay for them? Topic: how to quit rock. What's up, Snow Goose? Good to see you, sir. The only way I can get these coins is by buying them with gems. Am I missing something here? Did they really put both 2377s in the same group? I think OG is the team Josh is on. $24.89 wouldn't be an insanely bad bet, although they're in a bracket with JST. Is that 606 there? Yeah. So you spend gems to get gems? The 220. Well, I mean, that makes sense though, Skinsy, right? Yeah, 5K gems for 50K coins. And then the prizes you win are gems. So you spend 5,000 gems to get 50,000 coins. And you would have to win some bets to even win those coins back, to win those gems back. $7.7 million coins to clear the shop. And is it the team with the most points in the group, or is it a team to advance in the group? How do you win coins then? What's up, Stitch? I mean, how do I win coins? Ark of Osiris is pretty simple. You bet on a winning team, you win coins. Am I betting that the team will advance, or am I betting that the team will have the most points at the end? You can bet on multiple matches, but only one side per match. One side, does that mean one if I bet on 2377 and AO 77 wins, then I win the bet? What determines a winner and a loser? If the pact you bets on places in the top 4, you will receive victory rewards. So you got a 50% chance. Who else is in this bracket? Yeah, Bad Queen, don't let me down. Yeah, bet on. Yeah, there's no fun there. There's no fun there. So we'll at least win our money back, and then a little bit more if GV77 is in the top 4 there. Hey, if I can just win my money back, that's fine. I have such bad luck in Ark of Osiris, it's not even funny. Swizz is playing on an account. Welcome, Swizz. We're registered. We're registered, Sound. We're registered for Heroic Anthem. I don't have many gems though. That took me down to what, 2,800? Good Lord. Lord help us. We can always switch right before the end if we want sound. I think we're probably going to stick with Heroic Anthem though. King of All Britain. Some people either love it or you hate it, whereas Heroic Anthem, most everyone's neutral. I think many people signed up for Britain because, as I understand it, some of the bigger kingdoms signed up for Heroic Anthem. 2489, 2377, 1875, I believe, 1606, if I'm not mistaken. Which is fine if we get in a map with those kingdoms, right? We just want to be the support alliance there for one of them if we're dropped in that map. I don't know, Stitch. You may have a hoodie on the way. Jolene sent me a very generous tip earlier. I don't know if it was for me or if it was a tip to say, here, Lambo, send Stitch a hoodie. But I'll have that conversation with her later. I think this KVK is wrapped up. Oh no, it's no, we're still in zone 5. Oh, very nice. Beer is the ARC team, right? Not up to me no more, Stitch. I did my part. Alright, Stitch, I guess send me your address and your size. I hope an Archer Gang sweatshirt is okay. If you want something different, let me know, because I'll have to put it in the shop then. The only hoodie I have in the shop right now is that Archer Gang one. Stitch is tall. I'm 6 foot, and I think Stitch is probably 6'1", 6'1.5". He's a tall man. Size, I get it. Send me your size. Massive, impressive, respectable. I read something on the internet the other day, and I believe I said it on stream earlier as well, right? You often hear the term hung like a horse. Well, the average size of a horse is 20 inches. And what is that? What did that come out to? 1 inch for every 50 pounds. So if a 200-pound man is hung like a horse, he's 4 inches. So if that is true, then there are a lot more men on this planet that can say they're hung like a horse. Quick math, yes sir. Yes sir, no calculator needed there. I think we got our butts kicked in Canyon Clash. We had one person that has not done any attacks yet, though. Yeah, only one person who hasn't done attacks, and we're not looking pretty. I did not get attacked a single time. My attacks, I came up lame. Only 2 banners on each person. How do we change our battleground? Yeah, and maybe that's the strategy, right? I don't know. This is kind of like Clash of Clans, but it looks like they focus on everything on the bottom. Because they didn't clear Chronico. They cleared most everything on the bottom here. I mean, I attacked down. I think I attacked their... I was number 4 on our side. I think I attacked their, like, 16, 17, and 18 players. Yeah, they really didn't attack us anywhere above number 8, 9. I see Ape got hit once. But they didn't hit Redline, Trash Panda, yourself, me, Grown Coco, Utred, Aster, Shadow. I don't know. I don't know how they do this. If you could lift like an ant, that would be impressive. 10 times their own weight. That'd be crazy. I'd be lifting 3,000 pounds then. Oh, 46 minutes there. I am not getting robbed again in this. I haven't done not a single ticket have I used in Armament Reveal Thyself. I feel like I'm at a decent place. Working on that pincer formation now. 1 out of 10 on the wish list. 56 to the next guaranteed rare or legendary. But that's all open field. I haven't looked in here lately. Have they added anyone? Harold and Zenobia are new, aren't they? $2,950. Maybe Appo should unlock Zenobia. I think she is his primary commander on his wall. No, I don't, Aloys. I'm not doing that armament event. No siree. I have wasted many gems on that event in the past and gotten maybe one or two things that I could even save. Absolutely not worth it in my opinion unless you got money to burn. If you're doing that event every single time, you're lighting your hand-rolled Cuban cigars with $100 bills. Yeah, no, I hear you, Bing, but oh, what else do we need to do? So I upgraded some equipment here recently. I forget who I put it on though. I think I did the helmet to level 3 and these gloves to level 4 on my second cavalry set, if I remember correctly. My Delta's looking pretty good though. Stitch coming in with a kingdom number. Oh yeah, I was watching that earlier on somebody else's stream. Right, what is it? C. If I could type here. Okay, maybe if I'm in the right section. C, no. Lost Kingdom list. There we go. C, no. What the fuck? Yeah, Earth and Fire are having a dispute as to who gets the Zig. Apparently the team with the most DKP at the end was supposed to get the Zig. I think that was Fire. Don't quote me on that. I think that was Fire. That's what Earth agreed to at the beginning, and this is all what I've been told. Earth got a new king. He's not honoring that agreement, and then his mother was insulted or something, so they went to war. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. At least that's the story I heard on another live stream earlier this afternoon. Come on. If I had a penny for every time somebody insulted me in this game, I'd be a millionaire. I mean, it's no skin off of my nose. I don't like it when they insult other. I'm more protective of players in 1020, other players in 1029. I'm of somebody calling me a name. Like when they were calling MF names in diplomacy and we wiped out that kingdom in our own camp in Zone 4, Stitch. That was one of the more memorable KVK. I mean, all the KVKs kind of run together now, but that KVK is one of the more memorable KVKs. Right? They insult us, insult MF. threaten us. And then we poured into the map in Zone 4 and proceed to wipe them out. No territory whatsoever. Stoolheads, yes. Yes. And then I remember when we were fighting in Zone 5, they tried to build territory again in Zone 4, and we just poured it back and wiped them out again. And we won that KVK too, if I remember correctly. So not only did we eliminate a kingdom in our own camp at the start of KVK, but we ended up winning that KVK in the end. That was a fun time. Well, ladies, let's see some rallies here. Now is a good time to remind you, if you have not done so yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Helps me out greatly. We are slowly creeping our way to 5,000 subscribers. I'm not a big-time content creator. I just do this for fun. It's not a full-time job for me. I'm happy with the quality of the people that we have in the KVK or in the live streams here. If I never hit 100,000 subscribers, it's probably too soon. Then the moderators would actually have to moderate the chat, and I'd actually have to pay attention to the chat more than I do now. Part of the reason I don't have a face cam is because when I get asked stupid questions, I can still flip the monitor off. I wish, in a way, I wish they'd leave that. I know everyone's ripping on that $9.99 bundle, the second daily bundle, but still got Freddy and Ragnar and the 2 new engineering commanders to do. And then what? They just dropped a new commander today? What the hell was that guy's name? No, that's Archimedes. I see Archimedes there. Some Hungarian commander. I think it was, wasn't it? I don't know. I can't even find it anymore. What's up, Charger? Oh, absolutely. I agree, Laura. I was buying that on my 377 account for YSG also. And I don't spend money on that account, but that was well worth it. Yeah, no. Cut me some slack. I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Worked from 3:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Fell asleep for a half an hour. I feel like we got good people that come and watch my stream, so I'm completely happy with that. You don't have to grow. We don't have to be the biggest. We don't have to be the baddest content creator out the hell. I don't even consider myself a content creator. I don't create content. I do live streams. I just sit and shoot the shit with you guys. What are we watching? We are watching a KVK in which Fire and Earth Camp were allies. My understanding is the agreement at the start of KVK was for Fire to get the Zig at the end, or excuse me, was for the team with the most DKP at the end to get the Zig. As I understand it, that was Fire. Apparently, there was some agreement with Water to stop fighting, and Water would get 4 of the circles so that they could get some end rewards as well. Fire, I guess, brokered that deal, and then they presented that deal to Earth Camp, who originally said okay. Earth Camp then got a new king in the middle of this whole diplomacy deal and these agreements, who got insulted by somebody. I don't know if it was Water Camp or Fire Camp, but his mother got insulted. So here we are with the 2 allies fighting for control of the Zigatian. So what do we got here? We got Hugs 2863, 1100 in the Earth Camp. $25.17 in the Earth Camp. I don't know. It's something to watch. It's drama. And what I'm telling you as to the story behind this fighting is just what I have heard on other live streams. So I do not know. I cannot validate the accuracy of it myself. I'm certainly not going to spend half of my day reaching out to the leaders of these kingdoms saying, oh, what's the story? Why are you fighting? Yeah, it's all good. What KVK did you register for, Lore? We registered for Heroic Anthem. So part of me says it would be fun as hell to be dropped in a map with 1606, 2489, 2377, 1875 and be one of the support kingdoms for one of you guys. Then we could just, we wouldn't have to do any Diplo, we wouldn't have to do any map planning. It would just be, supporting one of the big kingdoms. Part of me says, no, let's not get into KVK like that, because we'll have fighting for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I need to break in between every pass open to mentally recover. And I got a real job during the busiest time of our year to think about as well. So we'll see. You're in Warriors Unbound. There aren't many registered for that though, are they? Yeah, only 27 kingdoms there. $77 has to queue up. They've had like 3 no-match founds in a row. What's up, Rays? Hey, Tacos, good to see you. I had tacos for dinner tonight. Random facts. I don't 6 camp maps, 8 camp maps. I don't like them. There's too much diplomacy. Too many egos. At least Heroic Anthem, at least we know what we're getting into. We were completely unprepared for what was the last KVK we did. Oh shit. Was it Invictus or was it Storm of Strategy? I think it was Stratagems we did. We were completely unprepared for that and the size of that big zone. Full accountability there. We did not plan on having to have 4 or 5 shell alliances that could drop 3 or 4 forts. It is stratagems. That's it. Yep. So our bad there. So we're gonna do HA, something we know. If Siege of Orleans was an option, I think we would have gone that route though. You know, that's perfect for our play style. I think it's a lot of swarming. Whatever happens, happens. I just want to be in a fair matchup, a decent matchup. You know, I think if we get another matchup that's way lopsided, kind of like our last one, we're going to be at a point then where it's going to be like, okay, well, what do we do? Do we kick 20 players out of the kingdom, drop back down to a C seed? Or do we bring 20 players into the kingdom so we can have more numbers on the field and compete at a higher level? King of All Britain is crap. Alliance of Viticus is crap. Yeah, I don't know though, Car, right? It depends how they do these kingdom mergers. I mean, we're no higher power now than we were as a CC kingdom. It's just there are so many kingdoms coming into KVK 5 Season of Conquest. St. Jolene with another $5 tip. Thank you, Jolene. There's so many kingdoms coming into Season of Conquest now. They're at 2, 3, 4 billion power total. That it is making everyone who was a C seed, who intended to stay a C seed, it's pushing them up to A seed, high B seed. Right? So if they do this kingdom merger and the lowest power D seed is maybe 6, 7 billion power, that will, in theory, kind of shift the balance and bring many of these low A, high B seed kingdoms back down to the mid B, high C range. So I mean, I don't know. I don't like bringing in big groups of people. We definitely do not want to be Imperium ever. You know, 72 people seems to be the sweet spot where people get the mightiest governors that they want and that they need. People can rotate in through the Gold Head events. You know, we're in a nice continent for zenith of power where 10th place is anywhere from 15 to 20 million. So I don't know what the solution is. I think you guys are right? Like we would need another 10 to 20 players in that 70 to 90 million power range that are super active. It's just finding players like that who gel with the players that we currently have here, who have the same mindset. Objective-based fighting, not kill point-based fighting. You know, that's a lot of work. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this matchup, and if we struggle, if we get a bad matchup, then we'll reevaluate. We do after every KVK. We get together and we say, okay, what worked, what didn't work, what do we need to improve on? And kingdoms who are not consistently doing that after every KVK are the kingdoms that ultimately fail. You know, after every win, after every loss, you gotta keep moving forward, keep moving that train. Just honestly, at this point, I don't know how many KVKs I got left in me. Off season is boring, but it's necessary to recover for KVK. Yeah, it's about bringing in the right people. Not about numbers. It's not about kills. It's not about deaths. It's about bringing in the right people. I think most of the people that are in this kingdom now have been in ACs, high Imperiums. You know, they've competed with the top players in this game. You know, Uhtred, for example, or Aloys, for example. Queen, Ballsy, Hawkeye, Stitch played in multiple kingdoms. You know, Winnie and Shadow were in 1316 for a period of time. Master King, Ape, you know, from 2489. We just enjoy playing this game with each other. Hey, Russ. The only reason I'm R5 right now is so I can pop buffs. Otherwise, you know, Mad's pretty much, I would say, R5. He just uses me for gems. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, that's how we're set up. I'm like the program manager. You know, Mad typically does diplomacy. Captain handles map planning. Snow Goose is night shift R5. Rogue Aussie and Classified Mayhem, they kind of do the what you call it, Gold Head events. Thunder does the MGEs. Soli, Svart, Lelia, they are constantly, they're constantly online, but all three of them are offline right now. They organize events like Karak Bosses or the Caravan event. So everybody's got a role. Nightwolf does arc planning, right? Echo war leads, Mayhem war leads, Rogasi war leads, Captain war leads, Choco war leads, Classified war leads. You know, and then we've got another solid 8 to 10 players in the R3 ranks that we have no problems bringing up to R4 during war when others are offline. There's at least 6 to 8 people that I would not hesitate to give R5 to during war. We're a low A seed. We have a less active period. I don't know if it's a downtime. Typically, we try and gauge when our opponent's downtime is, and you know, if I need to log off during the opponent downtime and take a nap, or others need to do the same, we'll do that so we can make sure that we have players on during the downtimes. During our less active period, I should say. I mean, we can look at Hero Scrolls, right? We'll look at Hero Scrolls together. So, Hero, if you don't have the link to Hero Scrolls, I'll drop a link to Hero Scrolls and Pro Kingdoms, both in the chat here. These are predominantly the websites that I use to check this kind of stuff. So we're the 479th ranked kingdom in the A seed bracket at 11.8 billion power, just shy of 600 million kill points, 2.8 billion deads, sorry, 600 billion kill points. So 479, that puts us where? Let's look at the seedings. Right, so A seed goes down through, it's going to take a while to scroll, so give me a second. Right, but I mean, you see kingdoms here, 228th, 106 billion kill points, 227. So what were we at, 590? And I'm sorry, I heard a tip come through. I don't know who sent that. Probably Jolene again. Thank you. I mean, 1003. We have more kill points than the 28th ranked kingdom here. Which is why I think we've been getting dropped in some of these crazy KVKs. What were we, 460 something? Did it pass us? So yeah, their A seed goes down to 742. I mean, a low A seed is now 10.7 billion power. Recent KP is the main thing they use. Good, we didn't get any our last KVK. Maybe that'll help. Russ says, I liked your idea about pilots limiting the devices that can use the account. Yeah, power is barely used anymore. That's my my thought process as well. I mean, just look at this. Look at these kill points for some of these kingdoms. Right? I mean, 1029 at 11.8 billion power has more kill points than 1185 does at 19.8 billion power. More than 1992. More than 1003. You know, more than 2141. $11.26. So we're not doing half bad for being, what did I say, the 457th AC Kingdom. Oh, I hear you there. $479th. So I mean, compared to a lot of those ACs that are above us, right? We're quite good. Well, yeah. I mean, let's look at some of these DC kingdoms that Laura is talking about here. I just struggle with the whole merger thing. But if they're doing it correctly, right? I mean, let's look at some of these kingdoms. And some of these kingdoms are brand new. Right? But we're talking 103 million power. 103 million power. I have more power than that. Kill points, 61.6k. And granted, that's 3896. These are some brand new kingdoms who just got into Season of Conquest. So I understand that as well. But you can't tell me this kingdom is going to all of a sudden recruit a shit ton of players and become viable. Right, so let's look at the first kingdom that is not in the 3,800 range. We're looking at 1605, 1.9 billion power, 13.4 billion kill points. I've got more kill points than that. Now, we shouldn't be, Russ. If we are, they've got some serious problems on their hands. I mean, it's kingdoms like this at 1.9 billion power with 13.4 billion kill points that you would think should be on that list. $2 billion power, 22.6 billion kill points. Right? Maybe not so much. I mean, there are large numbers of kingdoms here that have very few players, very few kill points. And you know people are just in those kingdoms so that they can farm MGEs. I mean, personally, I think any kingdom below 5 billion kill points, or below 5 billion power, that has less than 1 billion kill points, they should seriously consider for mergers. You know, I mean, even kingdoms like this, right? And no offense if you're in this kingdom. 1578, 5 billion power, 38 billion kill points. Redline and I combined have more kill points than this entire kingdom does. I hope that these are the type of kingdoms that they're going to include in that merger list, and it's not going to be any other kingdom. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some absolutely fantastic DC kingdoms out there. That should not be part of a merger. But, I mean, even CC kingdoms. You've got some CC kingdoms that are highly suspect as well. Right? If we sort by kill points, I mean, really? How many of these kingdoms have less kill points than me? I think right about here and up. So how are they sitting at 7.8 billion power with less kill points than a single player in 1029? So, I mean, the word merger scares a lot of people. At the end of the day, I think that they just need to do it correctly. You know, I think that they need to, in advance, explain to these kingdoms, okay, you're going to be part of a merger. You're going to be part of a merger story. You're going to have to do that merger story in 2 weeks, in 4 weeks, in 1 month, in 2 months, whatever the case is. They need to give those kingdoms time to either A, recruit a ton of players into that kingdom so that they're not included in the merger if they don't want to merge, or B, get the hell out. You know, but if all of a sudden they drop a KVK on these kingdoms and it's like, oh, okay, congratulations. 3 days you're in matchmaking for a merger KVK. Be like, okay. Ultimately, they'll be forced into a merge, though. Yep, just can't skip forever. Exactly. So, I mean, it's a tricky situation, but something needs to be done. Because a lot of these low AC kingdoms are not going to last long if they're constantly getting dropped in KVKs with the likes of 2377, 1606, and those big Imperiums. Right? I mean, if they're constantly having to fight these big ass high spending, 90, 100 max tech player kingdoms, then a lot of people are going to be leaving this game. You know, but let's be fair, right? When we're introducing a new kingdom every 1.5 days, you know, that's not doing much for this game either. You know, let's look at the age of this kingdom. Right? 1 day, 14 hours. 1 day, 14 hours. 20 hours. 2 days, 21 hours. 4 days, 7 hours. So, you know, every day and a half, on average, a new kingdom pops. That doesn't help things either. You know, I cannot tell you the number of messages I get. Hey, join my jump project. Hey, join my sleeper project. And it's interesting to go back 6 months later, 8 months later, and see how many of those projects are actually a success. It's not many. It's not many. How many? So let's unpin this message. That's a good poll. Nope, I don't want to donate to myself because YouTube will take 70%. Start a poll. All right, so here's the poll, right? How many players in New Kingdoms are actually new players? You guys really think that lots and lots of these players in these kingdoms are brand new to the game? Is it hardly any? Do we think it's all a lot of people's second accounts just trying to relive that KVK 1, 2, 3 experience? Or is it just jumper project after jumper project that may fail and start a new jumper project? Right? I mean, honestly, I don't know that this game is getting a ton of brand new players to the game. Now, talking with Apo and his 377 deal, he said they got a lot of new players there. And I gotta believe him. Seeing some of the stupid stuff some of those guys do. But there's also a lot of players who just created a new account to go through that New Kingdom experience again. So I mean, I honestly don't know how many are really brand new players to the game. And if you are a brand new player to the game, fantastic, great. Play it out through KVK 1, play it out through KVK 2. I would say don't spend much on this game at all. If you are still enjoying the game after KVK 2, after KVK 3, and you want to drop some money, I shouldn't say this because I'm an apprentice content creator, but buy an account. There are really good accounts out there now for $2 to $3 grand. You would spend a lot more on your account if you just try and whale up from the beginning. Yeah, and I like Mafu, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you see, I mean, and a lot of these guys just do it for content, right? I mean, I to support Apocalypse, who's a good friend of mine, I created an account in 3777 we can go and look at that pathetic account right now. I mean, I took 30-day break, so I am kind of behind, but you know, we're at a whopping 16 million power going into KVK2. My marches are Mina CC. CC's at, what is this, 5552. And then we've got your Bjorn and Sun Tzu. We've got a 2212 Tutmosis and a, what is this, a 1511 YSG. We're not whaling up here. I told these guys, you know, 1029 will always be my priority. I will play and participate on this account as much as I possibly can. But at the end of the day, if you ask me to choose, I will always choose 1029. I will be here in KVK2 if you need flags and rallies filled. I will kill every possible troop I can, which is not a lot, to fill flags, fill rallies, and help you be successful. But don't expect me buying gold chests. Don't expect me going crazy in KVK like some of these other guys are. You know, and some of these are returning players too that just came back to play with Apo, I'm sure. But going into KVK2, they have a nearly 6 billion power alliance, a 5 billion power alliance, a 4 billion power alliance, a 3.5, and a 2 billion power alliance. I mean, they're stacked, they're loaded. Kills is probably absolute garbage because there were no real fighting in KVK1. Power, you got several T5 players already. And here I am sitting at 16 million power. Lala is 100 million power more than me. But I'm just here to support Apo. Nothing crazy going on there. In any case, guys, I think we're going to call it a day. Stay on the lookout for that next podcast on Sunday, 21:30 UTC. We're going to see who else is streaming out here. Of course, if Apo is still streaming, we're going to get you over to him. He is. So prepare yourself for the boom boom. When you get there, just drop a hashtag Lipstick Gang so he knows where you're coming from. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me for a period of time today. Jolene, thank you very much for the donations. I appreciate you. We'll catch you on the next one. Until then, y'all have a great night.